Hello, everybody. You can call me Hunch, and today we're going to be talking about stacks. Now, I know all you crypto goons out there are excited about the pump because we got the ETF coming, but you got to think about this logically. Okay, so let's go through it. If you go to CoinGecko, and every time Bitcoin pumps, you'll notice that stacks is like in the top 10 movers. Okay, so in 24 hours, it's moved 14.8%. You know, this is updating constantly, so don't quote me on the exact numbers. Now, I want to point out some other important things. So shout out to Lampo Blanco. Okay, go follow him on Twitter if you haven't. He's been really focusing on the fundamentals, right? The developers bringing awareness that this thing is growing, right? I mean, they recently had a conference teamed up with EZA. I mean, and people were just like lined up to learn about stacks because, you know, you've got the Nakamoto release. If you don't know what the Nakamoto release is, it's basically SBTC, which is fully programmable Bitcoin on the Stacks blockchain. Okay. Now here's the trend for developer commits. You know, I'm not sure what all that entails, but this is clearly on an uptrend, and that's what you want to see. I've talked about this before. You want to see growth of developers. That means people are buying into it. They believe it. They're well funded or capitalized, so on and so forth. Now, I just want to bring this back. Keep an eye on stacks, high beta play. If you don't know what a high beta is, okay, so for example, if you're talking about the stock market and you're talking about a risky stock like a penny stock would have a high beta, whereas something like an industrial company that makes, you know, aluminum, right, would be a low beta, maybe a 1, right? So if you have a beta less than 1, you're less volatile than the market. If you have a high beta over 1, you're more volatile, right? So if beta is the market, if Bitcoin is like, for example, 1 in the crypto market, stacks is going to be like above 1, in my opinion. So if Bitcoin goes up 10%, stacks may go up 2, 3, 4 times. Now, that's not exact science. I don't know for sure, but you should take that into consideration. Okay. I just also want to point out that the people building this thing, we need PhD from Princeton, right? Rolampo Blanco, I recently got a call with him. He told me, you know, he was in the YC Combinator, which basically produced companies like Chewy, some other tech companies, right? So it's really important that these people have some credibility. They seem to know what they're talking about, right? That doesn't always pan out, right? Look at Algorand. There's a professor there who started that, and that never panned out. So you have to be very careful. Now, there's someone else here. I can't say her name. Chiente Sue, maybe, PhD. She actually follows me. Shout out to that. She is running Alex. And look, this is very important. Previously at Morgan Stanley and Credit Suisse. So, again, shout out to Rolampo Blanco. TradFi coming to crypto, right? The crypto economy. That's really important. Okay. Let's see if we can reload this. This was the stacks chart, and that looked weird. Okay, so here you see the big green thing that everyone always talks about. You could see. Okay, now don't get overly excited here, you little punks, okay? Because it's probably going to do something like this or something. You know, who cares? The trend is clearly, if Bitcoin is going up, the trend is clearly going up. Remember, it's in that top 10, top 4, top 5. Every time Bitcoin has a move, right? Activity is growing. It's survived. Right. I just wanted you to think about it like this. A lot of cryptos don't survive the bear market, right? Some cryptos that pumped insanely hard one bear market don't do anything in the next bull market. For example, Litecoin or XRP, Neo or whatever, EOS, right? I mean, those were all things when I first got in, pumped like crazy. Now they don't pump anymore. And they're clearly more dead, right? But this is not, it doesn't seem dead. Just look at the price activity, look at the developers, look at how they're getting funded, right? This to me is something that has survived the bear market. And maybe something like Solana too. Look at that. I mean, for everything they went through with FTX, they seem to be surviving. Now, I'm not pumping Solana. I'm just saying take that into account. So I want to get caught up too much on the price. I mean, unless you're a trader, but we're not traders here. We're Bitcoiners here. Okay. So you can call me Hunch. You're beautiful. Good luck. Okay. Godspeed.